Hi, I'm Susan with Prairie Quilt and Fabric Shop here in Lenexa, Kansas, and I just wanted to show you a little demo on how to put a zipper in the back of a pillow so that it closes it up nice and snug. So I'll show you what we've done here. This is the back of the pillow, and this is the zipper, and it's enclosed inside a little flap over it. It's really easy to do. So I've done it on this one and then also on this one here. Okay, so what you want to do is take your pillow top, the square that you want it to be. Now I want to make for an 18-inch pillow. So I cut my square 18 inches. Now you'd think that you might want to cut it 18 and a half or something, but I like to cut it so that it's going to be just a little smaller so that it makes a nice snug pillow in here instead of having lots of floppy pillow going past the stuffing inside. So I cut my square 18 inches, or if you're doing a pieced top like this one is, then trim it down to the exact size, 18, or in this case it's 16 inches. And then you can get started. Okay, then you're going to take, so if I use fabric, I cut that out. That's off of one side of fabric, like you can get it in a fat quarter. Or, and then on the other side of the fabric, just use the rest of it. We're going to cut that in two pieces. And instead of cutting it right down the middle, I'm going to cut it offset a little bit. This one, I think I cut it down the middle so it's not quite centered, although it still looks fine. But one side is going to have a fold in it, so that's going to take up some fabric. So what you'll do is you're going to take your zipper, which is longer than your pillow. This is a 22-inch zipper. And I'm going to lay my fabric right along the zipper. So the raw edge of the fabric will be right along the zipper tape. And then I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and sew that down. And notice how my fabric covers up my zipper. It's not over here where the zipper teeth show. It covers up the zipper right there. Okay, so let's take that over to the sewing machine and we'll get started working on the pillow. Okay, so I put a zipper foot on my machine so that the foot doesn't run over the teeth of the zipper, because that can kind of cause it to get pushed away and make it where you aren't really sewing very straight. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and the Wonder clips are nice for keeping those edges together. If you can do it without clipping, fine. You could use pins if you wanted to. I'm just trying to sew a straight edge along here while I keep the fabric and the zipper tape lined up exactly the whole length. Right. So cut that off. All right. Now, instead of pressing it, I'm going to go ahead and sew the other side on. And so I'm going to lay that over here. Again, it's covering up the zipper teeth. You're sewing with the fabric on the right side of the zipper both times. So I'm going to put that here. This is a big check. It'll be easy to line up the check lines on there. Okay, we'll get started here. Okay, and I'm going to use the edge of my presser foot as kind of a guide against the fabric there. So that's what it looks like. Now, if you didn't want to put the little tuck in there, you could just leave it like that and it would be fine. You just would be seeing the zipper on the back of the pillow, but that would be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to take it over to the iron and press this out a bit. Okay, I have this laid out on the ironing board. I'm going to take my iron and press that so that it's nice crisp crease against the zipper. Avoid putting a hot iron on this polyester zipper. If you must iron on the zipper, use a press cloth first. Okay, and then I'm going to take the one that's longer and I'm going to fold it. Just pick somewhere about 1.5 inches or so. I'll go ahead and press it, a crease right along there. Okay, and then I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it over like so. All right, so it just lays right on there like that. We're going to make 2 more lines of stitching, and then we'll go on to the next thing. So let's go do some more stitching. A little edge stitching right along the edge of the fabric there. So it's about 1/8 inch or so from the zipper teeth. That off. Then I'm going to take my folded creased edge and lay it over that, and that comes to right there. And because I want to make sure that stays in place, I'm going to put some pins in here. Get those all the way down here. Okay, and I'm going to want to stitch on the zipper. So what I think I'll do is just turn this over to make sure I'm sewing on the zipper. So notice what I'm doing. I'm sewing on the wrong side of the zipper tape, and it's sewing through the 2 layers of the pillow fabric. So I'm going to put my presser foot down. Okay, what that has done is has made a nice edge right along there, and didn't turn out quite as straight as my first pillow did, but shows up more when you have these large checks on there. Okay, so I have an edge of stitching across there, and there we go. That's your little flap on there. Easy as can be. Now we're going to finish putting the pillow together. Okay, I've taken my the top of my pillow and laid it down on the pillow back with it's going to be right sides together in this case. So your zipper and flap is on the top. Actually, the zipper tape is on the bottom. That's the wrong side. Right sides together. In this case, there's no right or wrong side. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut this so that the backing is the same size as the top. And I've kind of centered the front so that the zipper in the back is about center on the wrong side. And you can use your rotary cutter on here if you want. Mine just wasn't real handy. Okay, and then we're going to pin this, or you could use your clips if you want, and your Wonder clips, and go all the way around. And we're going to sew this together. Okay, so this probably looks like a lot of pins, but I don't want the fabric to slide between the presser foot and the feed dogs. So I want to just kind of keep it together, and I'll remove those pins as I get to them. Now, one thing you need to do here is before you begin sewing, you're going to want to take your zipper here and put it inside, because if you sew all the way around it and cut that off, your zipper pull is out here. You don't have a way to open up your pillow. So you want the zipper pull somewhere in the middle here. And then you're going to want to keep these teeth, zipper teeth, close together as if they were still zipped up. Okay, so I'm going to put an extra pin in there. Maybe I'll just use a clip right there to keep those together, and I'll check that closer as I get to it when I go around there. So we're going to sew all the way around, go slowly over the zipper teeth. They are polyester, so they're not hard to sew through, but you don't want to go too fast over them. Now, another option is to sew your front and your back wrong sides together, which is what I did in this case. And then when you have your front and back attached, you have a raw edge all the way around, but you can just put a quilt binding around the edge of it. Okay, so that's all you need to do there. But I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, sew this up, and then we'll turn it out right side out, so we'll have a nice little pillow, and we can stuff the pillow in here. Okay, I put on my regular presser foot. It's a zigzag foot, but it's also for straight stitch, and I don't need the zipper foot anymore, and this gives me gives better coverage of the foot on top of the fabric than the zipper foot did. I'm going to sew about 1/4 inch all the way around. Okay, slow down over the teeth. Okay, I'm going to check below there, make sure everything looks okay. I'm going to make sure my zipper teeth are butted up next to each other and not spread apart. And I'm going to slowly go over the teeth. Goes just fine. Okay, there we go. Going to carefully cut off these. If you have dull scissors, that's a better choice so that you don't dull your good scissors, but we'll carefully cut that. And the zipper pull is on the inside. I don't have quite enough room, but I can reach in there and pull that out. Turn it right side out. Okay, and let's go find that pillow and slip it inside. Okay, so our pillow is all finished. Look how quick and simple that was, nothing to it. This is the back side, and if you have a little sharp turning tool like this that you can use to poke out those corners, they don't have to be super pointy, but at least gets that bulk pushed out so that they're not tucked in there. The corners aren't tucked in. Okay, we're going to open this up all the way. We're going to take our pillow and stuff it inside. Gently do that so that you don't rip out the edges there where the opening is, but it shouldn't be a problem. Wow, that looks pretty good. Zip it up. And the nice thing about this, as opposed to a pillow in which you would whip stitch the edge closed is that you can easily take this off to wash the pillow top or to replace it, maybe with as your decorating changes or as the seasons change, you might want to do something different. I need to take out that noisy label in there. And there, look at how nice and stuffed this pillow looks. So that's the 18-inch one. This is, I believe, a 14-inch pillow, 14 or 16. It's a 14-inch one here. Again, the same thing. And then this one, take anything you want that you quilted. This is a leftover block party block that we didn't use. And just added a little border around it to make a larger pillow and put it together that way. So again, a great technique for making a seasonal pillow top. Okay, so these fabrics, you can do this with any quilting cotton fabric you want to. The Mammoth flannels from Robert Kaufman here are a little heavier in weight, which makes them work nice. You can even take your fabric, your plain fabric, put it with batting in a muslin and just quilt the plain fabric if you wanted to give it a quilty look, but still be all one fabric. And we have lots of fun Robert Kaufman flannels here. This make a nice pillow cover for the right room or the bedroom. The Robert Kaufman flannels are also great for making scarves like this that you can wear, and also for the top like I'm wearing here. This is the gallery tunic from Liesel & Company, and makes a nice warm winter weight top. Okay, back to the pillow. I wanted to show you this one here. So many of our customers here have bought this pillow pattern and kit, and it looks like it would work for one of the big bench pillows, but it doesn't. It's not the right proportions at all. So you have to make your own pillow to go inside. I made one out of muslin, stuffed it with polyfill. But you could easily put a zipper on the back of this. It would just go right across here like that, and you could stuff, put it right in the middle, and then you could stuff your handmade pillow right inside there, and that would work well for that. I didn't do it on this one, but it would have been a good idea. So we hope you have enjoyed this and learned a thing or two about making a pillow with a zipper in it.